There were a lot of Longhorns that made some big plays for Texas in the win against Texas Tech. None bigger than Carrington Bynum. He was all over the field. His coordinator, Manny Diaz, joins us now. And Manny, you said after the game, this is the Carrington we loved from last year. How did Carrington get his swagger back?
Well, usually you get your swagger back when you focus on doing the little things well. And, your technique, the fundamentals that Coach Keene instills in you every day. When you rely on those things, that's what gets you through in the tough moments. And when the ball's in the end zone, and your feet are in the back of or in the end zone, and it's a one-on-one fight to get that ball out, you have to rely on your fundamentals and your technique. And Carrington did an unbelievable job. This was a zero blitz, just timed it up perfectly, and just got confidence as the day went on. And just so proud of Carrington. He's such an important part of our defense. And sometimes it just comes down to fight.
Yeah.
And as Carrington didn't want that guy to catch the ball more than that guy wanted to catch it.
Right.
And so you got to give him credit for that. It was fun to watch.
It was also fun to watch Steve Edmond. He's been pretty good the last couple of games. Team high 10 tackles against Texas Tech. We saw him in coverage, showing some range, affecting Daggy in that offense. When you look at him as his coordinator, can you pinpoint why he's developed so well the last couple of weeks?
You just get more at bats.
Yeah.
I mean, you just
reps.
The more times you go around the track, the better chance he stays inside out the ball. You just get better because confidence comes from something real. And and in plays that maybe he wasn't making earlier on, and even in some games we didn't play well, but boom, I start making some good plays, and now I feel like I can do it. And then part of it too is mentally. The more I become more sound in my assignments, the more comfortable and the faster I can play on the field. And the faster I can play, the more I can go make some things happen. And the play he made on that third down in the fourth quarter was a game-changing play.
No, Coach, I had a lot of at-bats and just kept on striking out more. So it doesn't work for everyone, but,
maybe
if you're talented.
It could have been the next at-bat. That could have been the difference.
Mom kept on telling me that, but it didn't really work. Well, you had some young guys who were probably, when they first got here, wanting to call Mom a lot, but they're growing up at the linebacker spot. We saw them really make some nice plays against Texas Tech. Dalton Santos, Kendall Thompson continues to play very well, and also Peter Jenkins. What impressed you the most about their play?
Well, they're getting more comfortable with what to do, and when they get more comfortable with what to do, then they'll attack the line of scrimmage better. And it's still we're still working on it. We're still getting better. But the more we play downhill, then the more we can make plays for 2-yard run plays. 15 out of 25 of the runs went for 2 yards or less. Mm-hmm. So that's more of the type of defense that we want to play, and that's what it's supposed to be. Our linebackers are supposed to be downhill players. We want fast guys. We want them to be able to spike the line of scrimmage and make plays for no gain, and we're starting to see more and more of that.
Well, a lot of people have said, and who knows whether they're right or not, that the pre-snap movement seems to be lessened a little bit. Is there any accuracy to that?
With our pre-snap movement?
Yes.
Well, it depends sometimes on who you're playing. You know what I mean? I think sometimes maybe we're doing less pre-snap movement because we maybe know what we're doing a little bit more than we did in the past.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we're still running our base stuff. We're running the stuff that we ran all last year. We're running the stuff that we run all this year. I just think we're doing it better. We have an idea of what we're doing. We're learning. As I said, we're getting more confidence, and then it just comes down to guys going out the field making plays. And I think we're getting better. We limit the big plays. Everything else comes from that, and I think that's what we've done the last 2 weeks. We have not allowed the long runner pass for touchdown, and then that can put the focus on our third down and our red zone defense.
So schematically, you may not be making that many changes, but personnel-wise, the result seems to be different on the field. Have you seen these guys really grasping the defense and getting it the last couple weeks in practice?
Yes. The worst thing you could do as a coach is say, we're going to erase the board and now learn something new, because now the players are in an absolute panic. The players saw this defense lead the conference in rush defense last year with this scheme. They know it works. They understand. When it wasn't working, they were understanding why it wasn't working. And we knew that what we had to do is we had to battle through that. Now, we're not there yet. And there were 2 runs that went out in this game that we felt like if we could have fixed those, we could have put in a dominating performance. And that's our standard. We're still not happy with the way we played. Mm-hmm. We had a pretty aggressive meeting yesterday because we still have a standard that we want to get to. So we played better, but we're not into better. We're into something that's way beyond what we've shown. And that doesn't mean it's going to happen this Saturday, but that's what we're still working towards.
I think Texas fans had a ball watching Texas play so well in Lubbock, but also I think all of us had fun watching you coaches on the sideline. I thought Dwayne Aquino was going to go and strap it on and get in there. Mac had to pull him back. You were getting fired up. What was the emotion level like? What was the energy like on the sideline?
Well, we're into it now. I mean, that's a big game. You don't go to Lubbock and win without everybody being jacked up and into it. And I know this as a coach, and it's exciting to see Coach Brown like that, but as a coach, you take a lot of pride in seeing your guys pull out games like that, because we started well, Tech made their surge, which you would expect, and it was in the balance there. Mm-hmm. We punt them the ball, and they get the big hit. All the momentum is on their side, 24-22, and we have a true freshman playing will linebacker, and our guys found a way. Offense, defense, special teams. Everybody made plays at the end, and why wouldn't that make you excited as a coach?
What was the locker room like?
Locker room was fantastic. I mean, guys were so excited, and again, that's a locker room people don't celebrate very often,
right,
in Lubbock. So it was excited, but our guys have also the sense that that's not the highlight of the season. There's still more to come. So we were very proud of what we accomplished on that day and really looking forward to what we can do this next weekend.
Well, David Ash clearly had one of his best games against Texas Tech. The week before, though, he said, I don't feel like that was as ready and prepared for Kansas. It obviously was a letdown for him. Do you feel like with the Iowa State offense not being the Oklahoma or the West Virginia offense that there could be a letdown? How do you avoid that this week?
Because we just put the tape on. Okay. All you do is you just put on the tape. Number one, we haven't played well enough to overlook anybody, but Iowa State has a very good offense. They have a very experienced offensive line, guys with 40 career starts, that type of deal. They have a running quarterback that can cause all kinds of problems for us, in terms of extending plays in the passing game and what they can do in the run game. And we, this is a big, important football game in front of our fans. So our players are going to be ready for a challenge. We know we've got the bye week coming up the week afterwards, so it's devote all of our attention, all of our focus, and let's come out with one big swing at 11 a.m. on Saturday. And that's coaches, that's the players, that's the people on the sideline, that's the fans, that's everybody. We need all we got for one Saturday, and then we can take a week off and then regroup for the following game.
Well, you took a lot of swings in Lubbock, and you connected a lot. Coach, congratulations. It was a nice performance.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.